Metals here. Thanks for coming on today's episode. This week, like every week, I'll be talking about natural living and healthy tips that will get you to rethink how you live and what products or habits you can easily change to better your life. So let's get started. Hey, friends, and welcome to this week's Urban Wisdom. Well, our topic is detoxifying metals from your body. Now, why should you care if you have metals in your body? Well, overexposure can lead to heavy metal poisoning, such as what occurs in Wilson's disease. This can be fatal. And you guys, if you want to know what Wilson's disease is, just go to heatherearls.com/metal detox, and then I have a link there and we'll explain all about that. Now, metals stored in our body can cause a misdiagnosis by doctors. Foggy brain and or memory loss, excess body weight even when the patient is exercising and eating right, fatigue, high blood pressure, and in some cases thyroid dysfunction. A misdiagnosis can be very harmful because metals attack your liver and or kidneys, and that can turn into metal poisoning, as we've just stated. So therefore, detoxifying is crucial. Now, how do I know if I need to detox? Well, symptoms can vary depending on the type of metal you're exposed to. Some symptoms may include headaches, abdominal pain and cramping, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue, difficulty breathing. In more severe cases of chronic heavy metal poisoning, you may experience symptoms including burning and tingling sensations, chronic infections, brain fog, visual disturbance, insomnia, and paralysis. Now, how can you determine levels of metals in your body? Your doctor can test your urine and blood and hair follicles to determine and measure the amount and toxicity of metals in your body. Now, how are metals absorbed? Well, there are multiple ways in which metals can enter your body. The first is through the skin. Our skin absorbs things like dirt from gardening, dust blowing in the air, makeup, to include lipstick, etc. The second is when you directly ingest them. Now, although you might think ingesting metals like mercury, nickel, cadmium, lead, and aluminum are harsher and more dangerous, that's not exactly true. Our skin absorbs elements quickly, and for this reason, your body feels and produces the side effects at a faster rate, unless we're talking about ingesting extreme amounts. Now, can metals naturally leave your body? Metals don't naturally leave the body unless you are, in fact, continually and intentionally eating foods and drinking certain liquids to detox. As metals cling to fat, you can understand why it's easy for them to hang around. Because of this, people who have high fat and low carb diets are at a disadvantage when it comes to getting rid of metals. Also, people who work in the industrial environments receive shots with fillers like aluminum and are exposed to any form of metals are also at a disadvantage. Detoxing is a lifestyle and not a one-time event. Even if you change jobs and or move, which I would recommend depending on the levels you're exposed to, you should still consider adding a metal detox as part of your life. Now, since some ways of detoxing are merely adding fiber from foods and drinking different broths or drinks, you can continuously detox. This will increase your chances of having your body function at peak levels consistently. So why wait until you feel the symptoms when you can be proactive? So this brings us to the question of who should do a metal detox. Everyone is the short answer. If you as the adult are exposed, then your children are. Since they are smaller and have weaker constitutions, then you might see symptoms in them first. So how to do a metal detox using foods? Well, detox foods to include in your daily diet is as follows: cilantro, garlic, wild berries, lemon water, lime water, spirulina, chlorella, barley grass juice powder, Atlantic dulse, curry, green tea, tomatoes, probiotics, oatmeal, turmeric, celery, or celery juice. Using high fiber foods and foods the metals will cling to is a great way for your body to naturally dispose of the toxins. They will pass through your urinary tract or bowel system. Now, what are some foods that should be avoided? Well, an effective heavy metal detox includes more than incorporating healthy fruits and vegetables. To minimize the effects of heavy metal poisoning or prevent it altogether, you need to eliminate some foods from your diet. This is especially true for processed foods and excess fats. These foods have minimal nutritional value and slow down the detox process. This is because fats tend to soak up the harmful substances you want to remove. Some foods to limit or avoid in your heavy metal detox diet include some fish, such as larger and long-living fish, as they tend to contain more mercury, alcohol, non-organic foods, processed foods, and fatty foods. And you guys, that little portion was from Healthline. So are there other ways to do a metal detox? Besides food and drink, you can take detox powders, but I would do your research to make sure the mixture is organic and does as advertised. One I have used is called Alpha Metal Detox. The natural ingredients come from the United States. It's also packaged in the US and is a veteran-owned company. I rate this company as a 5-star and would recommend their products to anyone. And you guys, this Alpha Metal Detox, just if you look that up online, I've used more products from this company, and I love them. They seem to care about people's health and what they're putting in their products. So you can also use medications, but I would highly recommend a more natural approach first. Anytime you take medications, you alter something in your body. Sometimes they are necessary and can save your life, and sometimes they cause different problems and/or symptoms. Each case and person are unique and different and should be treated so. Now, ending notes about detoxifying metals from your body. As detoxing takes time, do not expect immediate results. It's also a good idea to keep a food journal so you can track your progress and see what foods, drinks, or powders work best for you. There's not a lot else I can tell you except run through the list, do some more research, and start your metal detox today. Thanks, you guys, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to today's episode of Urban Wisdom and Natural Living. Tune in next week where I'll broadcast live every Monday morning at 8 a.m. If you miss it live, hold those tears and head on over to my blog, which is heatherarles.com. That's Heather, EARLES.com. There you can have 24/7 access or right here on iTunes. If you want to follow me on social media, you'll find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. Have a healthy week.